What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to talk about what Hunter will lose right when Journey to Angora Crater hits live. So thanks for tuning in. Stay with me till the end and let's go. So what will happen when Journey to Angora hits live? Well, 3 expansions will rotate out. So Blackrock Mountain and the Grand Tournament and League of Explorers will permanently go to wild format. We won't be able to use those cards in standard. So let's take a look and see what Hunter loses that actually matters. So the first card, I'm just going to turn on crafting just in case we don't own the cards we're losing. Quick shot. Well, this probably hurts Hunter the most of all cards rotating out. I honestly don't remember the last time I've played a Hunter deck without it. Maybe there's a Hunter deck I ran with just a single copy of Quickshot, but Quickshot is a really solid card. Of course, Hunter always, historically speaking, has had problems with card draw. Sometimes this helps with card draw. Most of the time it's used as removal against aggressive decks. Historically speaking, you would keep this in your mulligan so you can use it as early removal. The versatility of this card is so amazing, and honestly this has been in practically every Hunter deck, so I really hope we're getting some kind of replacement. Nobody is talking about Hunter losing Quickshot at the moment because nobody is playing Hunter anyway. But yeah, this really hurts the class overall, and I really hope we're getting a replacement right when Journey to Angora Crater hits live. So, well, we'll see. Maybe something. We'll get a cool quest as well. But yeah, this kind of sucks. We're losing this. Well, actually, most cards rotating out kind of sucks, but this hits Hunter pretty hard. So, Core Rager, nobody really runs that anyway. So yeah, that are the only Hunter cards from Blackrock Mountain. What are we losing for neutral cards? Well, nothing too out of the extraordinary. I have seen some Hunter decks with Volcanic Drake, with like AoE board clears, Unleash the Hound, turns, swing turns. Used to be a thing of the past, not that much of a big deal. We're not pulling that off anymore. So let's go over to the Grand Tournament. So what will be Brave Archer? We'll be losing Brave Archer. I tried to make this card work in a few iterations of aggressive decks. Never really worked out. Isn't run too much, so not that much of a deal. Bear Trap, however, is kind of a big deal. We're losing that. It's pretty good. Well, apart from Explosive and Freezing Trap, this is probably the go-to trap in order to combat aggro decks. This also kinda guarantees. Well, the combination with Snake Trap is really good because this guarantees a taunt on the board, so they are forced to attack your minions. So the Snake Trap procs. So this is kinda bad. I kinda like Bear Trap. If you are running or if you're playing a Hunter deck with secrets in it, there's a pretty big chance you are running a Bear Trap as well. So yeah, losing this, I don't like it. It's just a solid trap overall. You can play it as a 2-drop, and Hunter doesn't have that many 2-drops. So yeah, this kinda sucks. King's Elec. Actually, people don't seem to agree whether this card is good or not. I really like it, especially well, if you're running an aggressive deck, King's Elec may not be that good because you will lose the joust, the battle cry. But I really like it since we don't have a lot of draw options. I've been running it in my curator zoo list as well. Sometimes I've been running it as a one-off. It's just a solid 2-drop we're losing again. So I'm really hoping we're getting some solid replacements in Journey of Angora Crater. Lock and Load. well, this just shaped an archetype, or tried to shape an archetype on its own. There weren't that many competitive lists around which ran lock and load, but it was a pretty cool, or it is a pretty cool card. So I hate to see it go. It just makes up for good variation. We are losing Dreadscale as well. Yeah, I really liked Dreadscale. Back in the day when Muster for Battle was played a lot, this was a really great card. I tried to make it work even with Gazrilla and Grim Patrons and all that kind of stuff. I think this card is really underrated, and hardly anybody crafted this, so nobody really knows how good it can be, apart from a few dedicated hunter players who actually spent the dust to craft Dreadscale. Well, it's obviously, well, the card flavor text mentions Acid Maw, the sidekick. We are losing him as well. Never got to craft this one, but it was pretty good removal. Not ran too often, not in that much decks. But Dreadscale leaving, I don't like it. It was a cool underrated card, which I believe was pretty strong, especially in a meta game where like Zoo decks, Paladin decks are around with a lot of tokens. So yeah, there's that. Power Shot rotates out. Control Hunter is taking a pretty big hit. To see this leaving, especially with lock and load, some Yoxaron variations, well, they just won't work anymore. So yeah, this pretty much hurts Control Hunter decks, but it has actually been a decent tech choice in some decks as well. And we don't have that much removal as Hunter players, so yeah, I'm just hoping we're getting some solid removal cards from Journey to Angora Crater. Maybe some Beasts with Battle Cries or whatever, just anything to deal some direct damage to the board. I think this was pretty much in well, last months some people have been playing decks with Power Shot, but I think it was down there with Dreadscale as part. Yeah, just it was pretty underrated, but it's decent, and I'm hoping we're getting a replacement. Stable Monster. I don't think any competitive deck that got Legend ever ran this. Ram Wrangler. Well, it's a bit of a win more card, but we actually have seen some mid-range tempo hunter decks which ran two of these. I'd never liked running two of these because it decreases the consistency. I mean, if you have a Ram Wrangler on the board and you draw another one, you basically, yeah, rather have one beast and a Ram Wrangler. But yeah, it was a pretty cool card. Random beast was usually, well, on average it was pretty good. On average it was worth the 5 mana. But lately it hasn't seen that much play, so won't hurt too much if you ask me. Ball of Spiders. Very interesting card, especially because the web spinners are no longer in standard, I believe. Let me check that. Yeah, hello. What? Hello, web spinner. Wait, where's my web spinner? It's a 1-drop, right? Okay, I'm really freaked out now. What? This is weird. Where's my web spinner? Is it with space? Wow. This is really weird. I don't trust this at all. Is this Illuminati confirmed? I don't know. But yeah, web spinners magically disappeared, and now the balls of spiders will magically disappear as well. Kind of makes sense if you think about it this way. Okay, where were we? Ball spiders, alright. So let's go to the neutrals. Injured Kvaldir will be rotating out. Jackie Chan invented if I'm not mistaken, it was Jackie Chan who invented the Camel Hunter. And injured Kvaldir was pretty key to the matchup. You would play you would play the camel and pull one drop out of your opponent's deck and pull one drop of yourself, which would usually be the injured Kvaldir. So that was a nice little package to run in board-centric hunter variants. It's sad to see it go because it was just a really neat interaction. But we'll get to the camel because it is a League of Explorers card, so we'll be getting to that. But the injured Kvaldir has seen quite some play in Camel Hunter variations. So no more injured Kvaldir shenanigans anymore. Flame Juggler rotates out. Well, can't say too much about it. In the Dreadscale era it was pretty good with a lot of 1 health, 1 drops from opponents with things like Zoo, Paladins being in the meta. It also confirms another time that Hunter kinda lacks 2 drops, especially when all those options rotate out. And I'm really hoping Journey to Angora Crater will get Hunter some solid 2 drops. Hopefully good enough 2 drops so that mid-range Hunter will be competitive again. Argent Horse Rider will leave as well. That's obviously played in a lot of aggressive lists. Not exclusive to Hunter. Seen quite a lot of play actually. So this will hit more archetypes than just Hunter. Armored Warhorse, not really ran. Tried it, just not good enough, unfortunately. And yeah, well, Mukla shenanigans. I just love this card, man. I don't know. It's really a win more card. I'm not that good, but it just feels so good when you get the board and you reinforce it with the Mukla's champion. Actually, this will be kind of a big deal, not for Hunter, but mainly because the opponents we have as Hunters will lose it. But that's a discussion for another day. So let's go to League of Explorers. And we'll lose Dart Trap. Well, nobody cares about that. We lose Explorer's Hat. I really like the design of this card. You can do so much things with it. You can trade upwards. It helped with lock and load. Well, lock and load is obviously gone, but I just like the things that you can get creative with it, and I like that. So I'm hoping we will get to see similar creativity from cards like this with the new expansion. So here's the Desert Camel. So with Injured Kvaldir gone and Desert Camel gone, so will the shenanigans be. That's where I put the 1-cost minion from each deck into the battlefield. Well, it was a pretty cool variation. It's a beast, it's a 3-drop, it was pretty solid. Really meta dependent because you don't want to pull all 1-drops. But yeah, it's sad to see the camel package leave Hunter for good. Are we? No, do own all Hunter cards. So Sir Finley rotates out as well. Well, it's not that much of a hit to Hunter, only if you played Control Hunter, which not too many people play actually. Yeah, honestly this hurts Pirate Warrior, all kinds of control decks, way more than Hunter. So it's, relatively speaking, it's a pretty good deal. It rotates out. Let's put it that way. Huge Toad is another 2-drop which has been run in Hunter just because of the beast stack. A 3/2 for 2 mana just isn't good in current meta, so it doesn't see that much play. Death Rattle, decent. Really, well, Bird Trap leaves, Huge Toad leaves, King Alec leaves, Flame Juggler leaves, so yeah. We won't have any 2-drops when the new expansion comes out, unless they'll print some new ones. which they'll likely do because we'll be getting 135 new cards. Jeweled Scarab. Well, back in the day, Discover Hunter was actually a thing, together with Bran and Tomb Spider, which we'll be leaving as well. Was usually pretty fun to play. It's just that a 3/3 for 4 mana and a 1/1 for 2 mana is just not good enough, and you'll just lose tempo. Maybe the meta would have changed and this card would have seen play, but it will rotate out. The thing is with Jeweled Scarab, Hunter 3 mana cards are usually pretty good. You can get like an Eagle Arm Bow, a kill command. It's really versatile. Some Reno variations ran this, of course, but Discover Hunter was actually a thing with Bran, 2 times Jeweled Scarab and 2 times Tomb Spider. Again, I really like the Discover part. Discovering a beast is kind of unique, and I think it's pretty cool interactive design, which isn't overpowered like Kazakus. So I'm actually hoping to see more of Discover a Beast or 3-cost cards. Well, Bran obviously rotates out. Well, you could get some value out of it. Usually 3-drop spot is a pretty tight spot for hunters because we run a lot of great 3-drops. Not running too many lists and probably hurts the opposition more than it does hurt hunters. So Tomb Spider we already talked about. Reno Jackson leaving is obviously kind of a big deal, mainly because all kinds of Reno decks won't exist anymore in standard format. So that's actually a good thing for hunters. So that was basically it. So there we have it. We're losing quite a lot of cards, but our opposition or the other classes are losing a lot of stuff as well. We obviously have some 2-drops left in Traps and Kindly Grandmother. Maybe Hyena will be a 2-drop, but I doubt it since it's just too slow to just play as a 2-drop. Maybe Truck Beast Rager will actually see a rise when Journey to Angora Crater hits, but I suspect if Blizzard will print any decent 2-drops, Journey to Angora, there's a high probability Hunter will play it. Simply because we just don't get that much alternatives. I really like Direwolf Alpha, by the way, but that's about it, really. Knife Juggler, not ran that many decks. Mad Bomber can be run, but really meta independent, only if you see a ton of tokens, but highly doubt it. So yeah, we really need a new 2-drops mainly, and just some cards to make Hunter great again. Hashtag make Hunter great again. Alright, so thanks guys. Let me know in the comments below what cards you'll miss most, and also let me know what you think of Angora Crater. Are you looking forward to it? Do you have the confidence? Do you trust Blizzard in not screwing up and giving us some great tools? So yeah, I think we'll be fine in the end. We are like at an all-time low. Hunter is played like has seen a rise from 1 to 2% being played. So yeah, if it gets any worse, then they'll really screw up because it's already pretty bad. So things will likely be better when the expansion hits live. And of course I'll be giving you some great videos also when the new expansion comes out, so make sure to subscribe and stay up to date, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and give me a thumbs down if you didn't like this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.